Let's go. Let's go. Here we are going at Shenanigans from Calico Gals, live from Syracuse, New York. This is Shenanigans. Da-da-da. And what's the date? June what?
June 18th.
June 18th. This is one of my little guys is turning 5 today. It's his birthday. So, Jolene, last week we said that's it. We weren't even sure we were going to make it through before her laptop died. So we took the plunge, ordered a new one, and this week she's using her new laptop. So now we're all nervous about
Everything's new.
everything's new. It's all hooked up. Is it going to be right? But so far so good, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Okay, we have sound, we have picture. We're hoping that she's got all the different parts going. Oh my gosh, we have so many fun things for today here in the quilt shop. Bunch of shop hoppers were just in there. I got pulled out there talking to everybody. It was kind of fun talking about all of that. We've got a great chat question. Jen just bopped in here because her little guy is graduating high school this week. Don't cry. Don't cry, Jen.
I've already done it this
Okay. So that's kind of a big deal for all of us because when you started here, Jen, he was just a little shaver.
I know. He was just like a little
And that was just
8-year-old.
That was just like last week, wasn't it? It feels like it was last week, not 10 years ago. Now I'm crying. Okay. But a lot of milestones happening this week, a lot of busyness, and we have our Taste of Summer on Monday. So with everything that's going on now this weekend, we've got a lot of work to do, John. I've been saying that every week, and now it's down to it. We've got a lot of work. 4 to 7 on Monday is our Taste of Summer event. The teachers are going to be here. I see Jolene, they're sending you lists of all their different cookies that they're bringing. So we're going to make signs for the tables. Jolene, you've been taking pictures of all the different projects. We have to put all these details together, John, you and I. No stress. Nope. We can make this happen, right?
And just throw in a graduation, too.
Throw in a graduation. We got birthday parties happening this weekend. Baseball games. All kinds of stuff going on. What I have in front of me is a beautiful stack of fat quarters. And I was thinking about, for a chat question, what is your go-to gift? Like if you know, like we have all these things going on. If you know that you have a graduation or a baby shower or a birthday party and you wanted to make a gift, what would be a go-to gift that you know that you can go into your sewing room and whip up? Or maybe head to the quilt shop and get X, Y, and Z because you know what you're going to do with it. Do you have a go-to gift? Maybe you don't have one. But I think like for me, for grandchildren, it's pillowcases. You know I can know how much fabric I can buy. I can whip this up. I can have a gift. But I also, for me, for baby gifts, I haven't done one recently, but I used to make a lot of baby bibs in the hoop in the embroidery machine. And I had a pattern that I followed, and I could whip up really cute baby bibs that were personalized pretty quickly. So those were a couple of my go-tos. Jen, do you have a go-to?
I like pillowcases, too. At
Yeah.
first, when you said it, I was like, I don't know what I would do to like whip up something, but pillowcases. I love pillowcases.
Yeah, they're quick.
Oh, and bowl cozies.
Bowl cozies, good one. Bowl cozies, that's a great gift appreciated by guys and gals. I'm giving away this adorable little mini charm pack, the 2.5-inch squares today, to someone who's commenting on what is your go-to gift. And I'm talking about a gift that you would make. I suppose you could go buy one too. Just commenting on our show today about the gift topic is going to get you in for the drawing, and somebody's going to win this little cutie. I think this is adorable. It was donated to us from Andover, and it is the Coastal Walk collection. Very pretty pastels. Really, really pretty. This would make a cute little gift for somebody, wouldn't it? It would make something really cute. But the reason I had this here was to remind me I wanted to ask you guys about a gift because this stack of 12 fat quarters made this quilt behind me, which for many people, this is a go-to, and that is Yellow Brick Road. I mean, I'm going to say, I wonder if it's got a date on here. It was revised, 2000. Perfect. I was just going to say, this has been around since I opened the store, and I opened the store at the end of the year 2000. So it has been around since 2000, and it has been a staple, not only in Calico Gals, but I think in every quilt shop. Yellow Brick Road, because you can make it in baby, lap size, twin size, full, queen, or king. All made from fat quarters, just add your borders. And for 6 fat quarters, you can make an adorable 48 by 57 baby quilt. If you add also the border and the binding onto that. So, I mean, that is a fast one. The cutting directions are excellent. I mean, I probably could have asked out there a show of hands how many people already own this pattern. And I bet you, if I could see your hands, which I can't, I can see Jen. Jen, you own this pattern.
I do.
Yeah, me too. If you don't own it, you should just buy it. Okay, just buy it. You need to have the Yellow Brick Road quilt because this is a go-to to get things done. And if you love the one behind me, Cindy made that, and we do have the bundle of 12 fat quarters. Now, Barb cut 4 of these bundles on Monday, and we only have 1 left because she cut a yard out of each of the fabrics. And the truth is that we have since sold out of some of those fabrics also. So she's been replacing them with things that are very similar, so it may not be exactly. If you exactly love this one, you need to order it right now. Oh, Jen, I don't know if you had continued selling on that. Because we are making more of those.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm grabbing something over here. I'm still here. This is one of the fabrics in the quilt. You can see it here. And I pulled this one out. This is our second bolt of this one. Because I think this would be a gorgeous border on this quilt, don't you think? Of course, it is directional, so you might have to think about that a little bit. But the size behind me, the lap size, takes 12 fat quarters. It finishes at 57 by 75, so it's a decent sized quilt. It does take 2 yards of a border. That will include your binding in it too. Now, I want to talk to you guys about another thing, and that is the backing. All right, so let's talk about the backing. What Cindy did for hers is, and she quilted this on her long arm, is she used Cuddle. She used white Cuddle. Okay, so that's the Minky that we carry, the beautiful Cuddle brand. She used that on the back. Now, we'll stand out there and we'll tell people it's less expensive to use Cuddle than it is to use cotton. But I decided that I would use the measurements from the back of the Yellow Brick Road pattern and the prices for fabrics, so potentially using this for a backing or potentially using Cuddle for a backing. Now remember, Cuddle is 60 inches wide and this quilt is 57 inches, so you just needed 1 piece. So if you were going to use cotton on the back and you needed 3.5 yards, it's going to cost you $60 to back it. But if you were going to use Cuddle on the back, you only needed 2.25 yards, and it would cost you $42. That's a difference of $18 less to use Cuddle on the back. Not only do you not have to piece it, but you have just given your quilt a beautiful upgrade. And I mean a beautiful upgrade. And we carry this Cuddle in a lot of different colors, 60 inches wide. But what if you decided you wanted to make a larger? Remember, I said this has got all the way from a baby to a king on the back. So let's just say we want to make a queen size quilt, which is 93 by 102. Well, we also carry the Cuddle pre-cuts that are 108 inches wide. Let me grab one right here. I have one in the green here. We carry these in a variety of different colors. They're already pre-cut. They're 3 yards by 108 inches wide. So you can use this without having to piece to back your queen size quilt. And there may actually be enough there. I think there would be enough to bind it too. So let's just look at the math on that. I did the math for you. If we were going to do it a queen size, you would need 8.5 yards of cotton to back it because you're going to need 3 pieces to put together. 8.5 yards is going to cost you $144. Or you can say, I don't have to piece anything. I can just take this, definitely do an upgrade to the back of my quilt, and it's $90.85. So that is a difference of over $50. Over $50 in difference, less expensive to put Cuddle on the back. So just challenging you that we say that to people, but until I actually do the math, you don't realize what a savings it is to put this on the back and how much nicer it is. Now, batting or not batting, that is a personal preference. I think that most people now are putting batting in. They just like the weight of it with the batting in there. Some people have done it without batting, and I've done it without batting too. It makes a drapier quilt. It is heavy enough to be a quilt. And maybe if you're like in a hot location like Florida or someplace, maybe or you're making a summer quilt, maybe you don't want to put batting in it, or you want a real drapey baby thing, you don't have to put batting in it. So that could also be a savings for you. But just giving you some of those ideas. I want to throw one more thing out to you about this, and that is that we have other types of Cuddle. We just started getting, oops, Jen, can you help me with that? Between the two of us, this is a big bolt. Thank you, dear. So this is called Hide. It's also 60 inches wide. And you can see why it's called Hide. Can they see that? See the texture that is, the texture that's embossed right into this. It's a little bit fluffier. Let me put it that way. It makes amazing backings. And yes, you can quilt and long arm right through this. We do have some samples in the store for you to see that. So, where's my notepad? Because I figured this out too.
Should we bring samples of the trunk show?
Well, Jen's asked if we have a whole trunk show that Shannon sent us. I decided not to bring any samples because we have a bunch of those fabrics coming in on Tuesday. So next week, we will be able to show some of them and have the fabrics that go with them. But back to this. What if I wanted to back my lap size Yellow Brick Road with the Hide? Which, first of all, talk about an upgrade to your quilt. Talk about the gift, the quick gift that all of a sudden is like, whoa, are you serious? You made this. What would the pricing be? So for the Hide, the lap size, again, if I use the cotton, it's going to cost me $60. If I use the Hide, it's going to cost me $61. Wow. That is worth, basically for the same price, you could have this on the back. We do have this in a handful of colors, and we have more colors coming in next week. You just heard me talk about that. So something to think about. We do have a trunk show right now in the store. Kathy put together a baby crib. It's so cute. She filled with a bunch of different samples. So you to take a look at what is it like to quilt if I had the Hide or the Cuddle, or what are my different options. And we have a lot of resources for you too. And if you're watching Shenanigans, you're hearing me talk about the Cuddle every week. And that's because it's just the way to go with your quilting right now. Not only because it's just so cool and so amazing, but as you're just hearing from me, saving you money too. Something you should try. Okay. Again, I'm back to this. 12 fat quarters makes the Yellow Brick Road. We have the pattern. We have the 12 fat quarters. You will have to add borders if you want borders. We do have several of the fabrics that are in this bundle, including this one. Depending on the size quilt you're making, how much you're going to need, you could call us or you could order online. We've got them both. Okay, Jen, what are some quick gifts that people are talking about?
Table runners, kitchen towels.
Oh, kitchen towels, good one. Right, Jolene? I've given her a lot of those. They get used, yeah.
Wall hanging. Mm-hmm. Small zippered bags.
Oh, did Patty post that? I tell you, I'm using my zipper bag from Patty that she gave me. That is a great one.
We do have a comment from a customer on our YouTube that states that their new project is the clam up bag that he learned at the class from Patty.
Yes, and that is a really good by Annie project. Mm-hmm. That makes a great gift. A nice little zipper bag, like a clam shape, size. You're using your imagination now if you don't know what I'm talking about. But that's a really good one. You can grab that pattern on our website too.
Mug rugs.
Mug rugs. That's a fast one. You can go in and there's so many. You can make those so quick and make a set of those for a really nice gift. That's really tight with a ribbon, so cute. Yeah, I've got some, I'm not going to share them now, but I've got some new coming up in the next couple weeks. Some different things that I think will make quick gifts for us to make. Jen's like, what are you talking about? She has no idea.
I don't.
She'll be surprised like you will, but some fun new things. Speaking of fun new things, I've been talking about in the last couple Shenanigans that we're now carrying the LDH scissors. And last week, I pulled these out and showed you guys. These are the lightweight 8-inch fabric scissors, okay? Now, this particular pair I showed last week was the left-handed, and some of you who have been looking for a nice new pair of lefties bought these last week when I showed them. Well, since that happened, we got the righties in, so you right-handed people do. For once, you were the ones who were left out. Usually it's the other way around. Oh, do you see how the righties are black and the, did you see that?
That's only because they didn't have the lefties in the midnight, and they didn't have the right ones in the plain silver, so.
Steel?
But they are the same.
They're the same exact scissor, they're the same exact price?
I'm not sure about the price, but probably.
Well, the midnight are $2 more. Did you know that, Joe? No, okay. We're just like pricing them what we're pricing them. So $23 for the lefties. I guess this time lefties get a break. And the midnights are $25. But boy, these are nice. These are really nice. Of course, I'm right-handed, so I'm using this, and I'm feeling totally awkward using these. Yeah, these are beautiful. For sewing, knitting, crochet, embroidery, quilting, and trimming light to medium weight fabrics. I think these would be everything that I would need if I needed a pair of scissors. Now, we do carry the LDH
Scalloped pinking shears.
Scalloped pinking shears. Jen just says that with love in her voice. Scalloped pinking shears.
I used mine this week.
You did? I can't wait to see that project. And so instead of cutting pinking, they cut scallop. How fun that is. But we also have the pinking, but the pinking are on back order right now. We're waiting for those, a couple more weeks for those to come in. And we have some beautiful gift sets of these. Maybe I'll show one of those next week. I'm just looking at these, are the same number on them. 1508, 1508 LH, left-handed. So they are really the same. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. LDH, come in and ask to see them. Try them out if you want to. Yeah. Hey, our shop hop is still going on. Our shop hop, as if it's Calico Gals shop hop. It's the New York State shop hop. 67 stores. We have a bunch of shop hoppers in the store right now, actually, who traveled here. We just had a lady from the Netherlands. Okay, I know she didn't come to the United States just to come to Calico Gals. Let's just pretend that she did, okay? She was a doll. She was a doll. She was shop hopping with a friend. And she said they don't have anything like this in the Netherlands as far as a store like ours. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, a couple more things to show. Some great things to show. If you were at the North Country Quilt Show in Clayton last week or the week before, there was a beautiful display of the Deb Gable designed florals. They were not done by our teacher, Karen, but they were absolutely gorgeous. People were sending me pictures of them. A girl named Poppy made those. Oh my gosh, they were beautiful, beautiful. But Karen has a display here at Calico Gals, and here are the iris and the rose. This is the book, and yes, this is a big book. There are 8 of them in here. The reason it's a big book is you have got full-size patterns in here. Now, if you think, wow, I don't know how to do this applique, and this is machine applique. Karen is going to be teaching this class this summer. Machine applique florals. You will need this book for her class. Oh, what can I tell them about that? I don't know the date of the class. I don't know the price of the class. All that's coming out on Monday. But if you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to take a class, you can just buy the book. We do have the book here. I also like that what Deborah has done is put a spiral bound on this book so it lays flat, because what you're doing for these projects is you're tracing onto some type of a fusible. And how nice that you've got a book that will actually lay flat so you can trace right on there. So aren't these pretty? We do have the selection. I believe we have all 8 in our display that Karen made. So that's worth it. Not only do we have a trunk show from Vianney and a trunk show from Shannon, we have a trunk show from Karen Cross with the Deborah Gable florals too. 3 reasons. 3 reasons out of hundreds to stop into Calico Gals. Okay, so here's something really, really, really cool, right? I think this is one of the coolest things in our store right now, and I am going to open this kit. All right, first of all, let me show you the pattern. It's called Bird's Eye View. It's nothing like what you think this is going to look like. Joe, can you show that picture? I asked her to have that ready. Are you showing that now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Is that not, as I'm opening that, I'm letting you look at this as I'm opening the kit. Okay, let's take a look. The kit contains the pattern fabric for top and binding. Just add batting and backing. Finish size is 61 by 75. Thank you, Jennifer, for making that tag. What I want to do is show you guys the fabrics. Starting with the panel, Jolene just showed you the picture of this. Hoffman. All right, right there. When I say Hoffman, that has got to mean something to a lot of people, and it's going to mean quality and detail. This is called Stag and Stone. Oh, when was the last time you saw a panel this beautiful? Of course, these are all digitally printed. What else comes in this kit? All the fabrics to make that Jolene just showed you. The patterns in the kit. And Jen has put a picture of what it will look like. So it's not going to look like this. We're using the Stag and Stone fabrics. The coordinates that go with it are a combination of printed and batik. Every one more beautiful than the last. Look at this. Can they see this good, Joe? This is just gorgeous fabric. Classic Hoffman. So there's a piece of this in there. Oh, this is your outer border, guys. This is your outer border. I'm looking at my little cheat sheet from Jen. Inner borders and sashings and maybe binding, Jen?
Mm-hmm. Binding.
So this is a batik that's in there that coordinates perfectly with this. All right, this is some of the piecing pieces. These are some of the piecing pieces. You'll tell me if I have it upside down, right? Because I'm looking at it upside down on my side, so I should know that you've got it right side up. Okay, check this one out. Also, it's so fun that even though this is such a planned pattern, that we get to use all these beautiful digitally printed fabrics and batiks in here. Okay, and I think this is probably the same piece in just another color. Okay. If you need to make a guy quilt or a quilt for somebody who loves the great outdoors, I've saved my favorite piece for last. This is an excellent kit for you because there's not a lot of piecing going on in here. It's a pretty fast one. I'm going to show this and I'm going to ask Joe to show the picture again. This is my favorite piece from this group. Just look at this. Right side up, right side up. Okay, good. Look at how beautiful this is. So Joe, can you show that picture again? So people can see that the one that I just showed you, the birch trees, is going to go across the top and the bottom within the piecing. And on the sides are those different animal prints. The brown is going to be that sashing that makes it look like a window. And then that beautiful fern piece of green is your outside of it. And of course, you've got the panel in between. Thanks, Joe. All right, let's talk about pricing on this because this just arrived in the store. We just cut kits out of it. We do have I think we have a couple of panels that are not in a kit. So if you just think, I don't want the kit, I just want the panel, I think we have that available. Jen, is that true? They've got that on the website? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and also, if you just want the pattern, you can get just the pattern too. Maybe you've got another panel you'd like to use in it. But this kit is $104 because sometimes we like to do a special when the first time we show it on Shenanigans. So we'll give it to you for a couple days at a discount. And we are taking $10 off if you order it today, tomorrow, or Saturday, right, Jen? If you order it during the next 3 days, while supplies last, you can get it $10 off. Okay. We think this one's going to sell quickly because of how amazingly beautiful it is, how Adirondack-y it is, how it would be great for a camp or even just a home. It really would be nice. And talk about a quick gift. Now, I, of course, would want to put Cuddle on the back of this, and it is a 61 by 75, which makes it a little bit too big. I know, just to squeeze that on. But you could go with this, right?
Yep.
We could go with this. Or I have seen many, and if you look at our trunk show, you can also piece your Cuddle and piece different parts of your Cuddle. So you could have pieces of this piece and creates a beautiful textured back for it. And then again, we've got all these different colors of things for you to choose from. Or you can use these for bindings. Ooh, yeah, wouldn't this be a great binding on this?
Mm-hmm.
Can they see my hand doing this? Can you see me petting this fabric? You just use your imagination, yeah, for petting the fabric. Okay, so that's called Bird's Eye View. Now, let's scoot over. Well, let me ask Jen first. Do we have any other good gift ideas?
Table runner or table square?
Yeah, or table toppers are another good one.
toppers.
Because you can do like even just an 18-inch square. Take a block, add borders to it, flip it, or quilt it and bind it. Now that is something, talk about a quick gift. You've got orphan blocks hanging out there. Pull one out and make a wall hanging or a table topper out of that. That's a great idea for a quickie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Somebody's going to win a little packet. We call these candies sometimes. Somebody's going to win a little candy. Okay. Another amazing thing. We got a few different lines of patriotic fabrics and Christmas fabrics in this week. So we've got new things. If you've been here recently, we probably have new things since you were here. We decided to show a Christmas line today instead of a patriotic line. We don't want to fill up your whole day. Well, we kind of do. And I just loved this panel. I thought I ordered 2 bolts of it, but Jolene's like, I don't think so, Mom.
It's just fun.
Okay, just one. These are not going to last. These are going to go quick. This is called Northern Christmas. How perfect, right? It's called Northern Christmas. How sweet that is. Teresa Kogut, a designer who has been doing this since I've been in business. Yes, we've been carrying her fabrics that long. And she's having a resurgence now. I mean, for a while there, the country cute wasn't as popular, but now, I don't know, we just love it. I love that little mouse in the corner down there, standing on the back of that. Can they see the whole panel?
Yeah.
Can you see that little mouse standing on the back of the raccoon? It's so cute.
And then there's fabric with just the mouse.
Here it is.
Adorable.
Yeah, let me pull this up for people to see this. Isn't that not cute? So, Jen, talk about your pillowcase.
Right? That would be so cute.
This would be adorable because they've got like little Santa hats on them. I think this would be really cute for a pillowcase, either for the cuff or for the whole pillowcase. It could go with this one. We have the snowman and all the friends in here. I know it's Christmassy, but not overly Christmassy. It feels more like it's wintry. I mean, there are Christmas feelings in it, the red and green color maybe, but other than that, there's no trees or anything in this. I don't know. What do you think? This doesn't...
I feel like it could go through January for sure.
It's called Northern Christmas, but
There's just that one little tree that
Yeah.
looks Christmassy.
yeah, I think you're right. So I loved that this has a buffalo check that goes with it. And if you look at the panel, the top and the bottom of the panel have a strip of this dark red and black buffalo check. We also have this in a black and gray color. We've got a few more pieces that I'm not showing you in the group. But we only brought out a handful to kind of give you an idea of it. But this could be a classic, not even with this line, with other winter or Christmas things. I love this. This is a good one. And talk about patriotic. This could go with our patriotic group. We got this one in a couple colors too, and it just goes really good with all the pieces in here, this taupey and the black. It's a really interesting color combo, which feels, Kathy called it moody, but it's so playful. I find it hard to be moody, but the colors are kind of moody, but they're kind of dark winter colors is what I'm going to go with. Very, very fun group called Northern Christmas. And if you can't decide, yes, we do have charm packs, so you can get the whole collection in here. Perhaps take the charm pack, add it to the panel, and do some piecing around it. And then, of course, I have to come back and say, and that's actually the reason I brought these two out, is because we don't just have this one in the wide, the 108 inch, we also have this on the bolt. So it would be a good one to back this panel with. The color goes really nice with it. And bring this guy back over here. What do you think? Yeah, definitely this would be a good one to go with it too. So all of these will work with all of these things. We're giving you so many choices and so many things to think about, but we've only brought a fraction of them to show you here in Shenanigans. Got to come into Calico Gals, or at least check out our website to see what's going on. Jen, you have a bunch of people who were watching today who commented on a fast gift, that they had to make a fast gift, and I want to give away this little candy thing here and remind people to come and see us in the Taste of Summer next Monday anytime. It's an open house between 4 and 7. All right, let's hear your little app spin around.
All right, let's see if he will.
See if your sound works today. She's like pushing buttons, no sound.
No sound.
Isn't it funny that your phone, when you turn the sound back on, sometimes it's like it takes a while before it decides to do it. Yeah, we know our phones have a mind.
So it is lucky number 7, Mary Casey.
Mary Casey, congratulations. You are going to love this little pretty gift from Andover Fabrics. We are going to save this for you. We hope to see you in the store. Hope to see all of you in the store. We're hanging out here and we're getting everything ready for next Monday. So have a wonderful weekend, our first weekend of summer.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.